going to be continuing our learning around integers and the number line by using coordinate planes. Well, we need to find out what a coordinate plane is. So when we were first starting out with integers, we learned how to graph both horizontal and vertical number lines. So horizontal lines go from side to side and vertical lines go up and down. Well, today we are going to take horizontal lines and vertical lines and we are going to combine them and whoop-pow, we're going to get a coordinate plane. So let's first talk about vertical, or what the definition is of a coordinate plane. So a coordinate plane is made when you combine horizontal number lines and vertical number lines. So when they intersect with each other, that is when you get a coordinate plane. So a coordinate plane is formed when oops, that's an L. Pretend that's an L. Horizontal and vertical number lines intersect. Let's just make that into an L like that, a cursive L. Okay, so the coordinate plane comes from horizontal and vertical intersections. So it looks like this. You would have your horizontal number line and the vertical, and bam, you've got a coordinate plane. Okay, but there's just a little bit more to it. Because these have all of their lines on them when we would be graphing, you need to also have all of the lines here. So it's really like a bunch of horizontal number lines and vertical number lines all on top of each other. And that is how you get your grid paper. So grid paper looks like this. This comes from a bunch of horizontal number lines and vertical number lines all put together. That's how you get a coordinate plane. So when we have a coordinate plane though, we usually use one main number line that's horizontal and one main number line that is vertical. This is not straight on there and it's gonna drive me nuts. All right, there we go. Good thing these are sticky. Okay, still not straight, oh my goodness. Okay, so let's make a horizontal number line that has +5 integers and -5 integers. And then we're gonna lay on top of that a vertical number line that also has 5 and -5. So we're gonna start like right there. And I'm going to draw my line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and from that middle spot here, I'm going to draw my horizontal. All right, so this is a coordinate plane. Okay, this is a coordinate grid. A coordinate grid, coordinate plane, they're both interchangeable in their words and what we call them. Where these two intersect right here in the middle, this is called the origin. This is the origin. The origin is in the middle of the two number lines that are intersecting each other. And it has an ordered pair of 0, 0. So the origin is where two, so we can just write this out here. Where the two lines intersect. It has a, ooh, that's off the charts. There you go. It has an ordered pair of 0, 0. All right, so that is the origin. And it's right here in the middle. All right. We also have the y-axis and the x-axis. So let's start with the x first. The horizontal axis, that is your x. The vertical axis, the up and down, like this is the y. So let's start by talking about the x-axis. The x-axis is the horizontal number line. It's where we first start when we are finding the address for a dot. So in an ordered pair, it comes first. So we go x comma y. So everything we do on the x-axis goes first. So if x is the first letter, the first number, we always find it first. Okay? Then we have the y-axis. Okay, the y-axis is the vertical line. And in the ordered pair, x comma y, it goes second. All right, so let's talk now about the ordered pairs. So ordered pairs are the address. So it's like the location of a point. It's where we will find it on the coordinate plane. So ordered pairs are the location of, let's just call it the dot. Okay, so it's the location of the thing that we're graphing, and it's read as x comma y. So we go to the x first, then we'll go on the y. And I'll tell you more about this here in just a second. We're going to first talk about the different quadrants. So the quadrants are in many different places. Okay, there's 4 quadrants. So the 4 quadrants are quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and then quadrant 4. So the first quadrant we call, let's use a different color, we call this quadrant 1. Okay, and we use Roman numerals. Everything in this quadrant is positive integers and positive integers. So everything over here, all of the x is positive and all of the y's are positive. So everything in there is positive, positive. We then move to quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 looks like this. So quadrant 2, we use Roman numerals. So in quadrant 2, we have negative x's and positive y's. So when we read our horizontal number line, they're all on the negative side of the origin. Then we go to the positive side of the origin, okay? So the x's are negative and the y's are positive. Okay, so x, y, negative, positive. We also have quadrant 3. And it looks like that. Quadrant 3 is negative x and negative y. So everything in quadrant 3 is negative, negative, negative. I always like to think of these things like emojis. Like this guy looks like the sleepy guy or the meh. This guy's like the winky face. Okay. And then last but definitely not least, we have quadrant number 4. And quadrant 4 is positive x, negative y. So we have positive x, negative y. Okay, so we have many different things on the coordinate plane, and we use it for graphing. The origin are where the two lines intersect at 0, 0. We have the x-axis, which is horizontal, and the numbers that we read first. So like, let's put that here. So it always goes first. We then have the y-axis, which goes up and down, and that one goes second. And ordered pairs are the location of the dot. Y, x, comma, y. So let's say that I want to graph the ordered pair. Let's say that it's asking me to graph this ordered pair of 4, negative 2. 4, negative 2. The first place I would go is the x. So my x is 4, my y is negative 2. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say 4, 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines. And I need to go down 2 because it's negative. So 1 jump, 2 jumps. So my dot would actually be right here on this quadrant, because this is 4 and that one is negative 2. This would be positive 2 because it's 1 line, 2 lines. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here is negative 4. It's the same thing that we did with our number lines before, except now we're just combining them and making them like super number lines. So this pair right here, this ordered pair, we would write it as 4, negative 2. I'm sorry that it's on top of the origin. We have it written there as well. But that is how you find it. We would also say that this dot is located in quadrant 4. So it's in quad 4. Okay, so I want to give you a try it, and your try it today is going to be pretty straightforward. Okay, so your try it. Your try it is to tell me which quadrant I would find the ordered pair of negative 2, 4. Which quadrant would I find that one in? And then the other try it I want you to give me an answer to is where would I find negative 1 -3. Which quadrant are these in? So just tell me which quadrants they're in. Hit pause so that you don't hear me. And then I'm going to solve this for you. Hit play when you're ready. All right, so -2, 4, +4. So I'm going to go on the negative side first to -2, and then it's positive. So positive is up on the number line. So it's above 0. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That means it is in quadrant 2. So I would write quad 2. Okay, and what about this one? Well, I go -1 and then down 3. So this one is in quad 3. All right, 6th graders, how did you do on finding quadrants? Go ahead and answer your essential question of what is a coordinate plane? What is a coordinate plane? And out to this side, go ahead and tell me, how are you feeling about all of this vocabulary? Are you overwhelmed? Are you understanding what each part is? And then when you're ready and you've got your understanding out to the side, you can either come back to the Google Meet and ask me for help, or you can head on over to Big Ideas to get your practice work. As always, 6th graders, I thank you so much for all your hard work and effort, and make it a great day the Cougar way.